Hi, and thanks for watching. I have a card today that I made for Technique Junkies featuring a new sentiment stamp and a previously released photo. The new sentiment is from this set of new stamps that were released August 1st. These new stamps are on sale for 15% off until August the 8th. All previously released stamps are on sale for 10% off if you use my code TJ10Tracy. My code is good for 10% off everything at Technique Junkies. That would include shimmering bliss sprays, eyes ink, texture paste, Catherine Pooler inks, all the wonderful things that are for sale over there. You just can't use it on items that are already on sale. The new release has a lot of great stamps, and if you're like me and you've got to have it all, you can use my link below to purchase this Gotta Have It All bundle, which saves you $20 off of the price if you were to purchase these each individually. I'll have all that listed in my description box below. So today I'm going to use this stamp. It's called Inappropriate. It says you're never too old to say something inappropriate. I'm going to use it in conjunction with this previously released stamp that's called By Us. Now, the stamp By Us is of two friends. They are laughing and having a great time, and it has a really nice sentiment, but I thought I would switch it out for the inappropriate sentiment. All right, so I'm just going to take the backer off of the stamp, and again, this one is called By Us. It is SD 700. I'm going to stamp it with Hero Arts Intense Black ink, but I am going to tape off the sentiment. And by the way, this is a really great sentiment too. It says, no one will ever be as entertained by us as us. So that's really sweet. Like I said, taking some tape, taping off that sentiment. I don't want to use that sentiment. I want to switch it instead for the new stamp that's called Inappropriate. So I take my ink, and all Technique Junkie stamps are red rubber. So you can use, this is a good ink to use. You could use Catherine Pooler ink, archival. Okay, so you see I just pulled the tape off. It's an important step when you're taping off the sentiment. Make sure you pull that tape off before you actually stamp your image onto your paper. Look how great that stamped out, everybody. I'm really pleased with that. The reason I removed the tape is because the tape probably got some ink on it when I was inking it up with my ink. So it just makes sense to pull that tape off. And by the way, I apologize for the sound of my voice being very hoarse. I do have COVID right now, and I am trying to rest and get over it. So today is Sunday, August the 7th, and I started getting sick on Monday, August the 1st. Actually, on August the 1st at 7 o'clock on my channel, I did a live unboxing of all the new Technique Junkie stamps. I'll have that video linked below. But even in that video, I was talking about how I wasn't feeling well. But by the next day, it had hit me like a ton of lead. Like it was full on 100% COVID by the next day. So I suffered Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with really bad chest, coughing, and postnasal drippage, and sore throat, and sneezing so hard that I feel like I bruised my ribs. And that did not let up until Friday. Even on Friday, I was winded, and I didn't take any calls or any Zoom meetings. But I am starting to feel better. I got tested, 2 tests actually. I went to CVS drive-through at the drugstore on the 3rd, and I got a PCR test, and it takes 2 days where I live to get the results back. And in the meantime, my husband and I went to Med Express on Saturday, and that's where we both were testing positive. By the way, I'm using a piece of acetate on top of this paper just to make sure that my sentiment is lined up straight. Now that I know I have it straight, now I can go ahead and stamp it. I'm going to be stamping it with Catherine Pooler Midnight ink, which is a great ink to use. and is available for sale at Technique Junkies. Let's see here. Yeah, so we're taking antiviral medications right now. So if you have any good vibes, prayers, or wishes that you can send out to us, we greatly appreciate it. All right, so I'm coloring with my brand new Castle Art wooden pencils. The Castle Art pencil is a soft core. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's a softer pencil. I guess the material is softer. So I took and I picked basically 2 shades of pink, 2 shades of blue, and I'm using Gamsol and a paper blending stump, and I'm just blending the coloring that I'm doing. Gamsol will help then to make it look softer and take away any lines that show up, because when you use color pencils, a lot of times there's a line. There's not so much with this brand just because of the way that they're made, but the Gamsol is really necessary. It is. If you can get some, definitely get some. It makes a big difference when you're using your colored pencils to color with. All right, I'm going to fast forward this. So yeah, this is going to get pretty fast coloring. I do not color this fast. I'm not a fast card maker or crafter. Actually, it takes me quite some time to finish a project. I am going in though with the 2 different colors of pink, and I'm trying to just do a little bit of shading. One thing with these stamps, they're pretty detailed, so all you need to do is follow the line art that the artist provided, and you should be good to go. So I'm using pink and blue for the color of their shirts. And you see above me, above my hand, there's a small square of a stencil. So that stencil is called Happy Flowers. And that stencil I ink blended with Catherine Puller ink. But then I decided not to use that stencil as a matte layer. And instead, you'll see in a minute, I am using another Technique Junkies stencil called Delicate Flowers, and I'm using it in conjunction with some eyes ink products. So many of you heard me talk and saw my videos about the 24 karat eyes ink glitter paste that is available through Technique Junkies. It's a really great product. But in addition to the glitter paste, there's also regular eyes ink products. So I used in this video, which you'll see in a minute, eyes ink ice through a stencil. And I'm really pleased with the results. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. But first I'm finishing up coloring my image here. I colored the one lady's hair black, the other lady's hair brown. I gave them some lipstick. I gave the one lady her colorful glasses and like flowers in her hair. And then the sunglasses of the lady on the left, I colored them in black on the shades. And then the lady on the right, I gave her colored glasses too. And just colored her part of her glasses in with like a light gray. So I'm pleased how this turned out. I did die cut it using a corner rounded square die. Now it's time to prepare our backgrounds with using this stencil. Again, this is eyes ink ice, and the color that I have is called purple. This is a translucent gel, and when you use it on white paper, it gives it does color. I don't think it's translucent when I look at it on my finished card. I think it does a very nice job of being solid. And all you have to do is take and tape your stencil to your card front, and then use a plastic spatula to basically plaster that eyes ink ice into the stencil, getting down there in the cracks. And I'm just going back and forth trying to get that product to settle down inside of my stencil. And it is a gel, like I said. It comes in a lot of great colors. And this color is purple. And the second color that I use is called Frozen Ocean. It's a beautiful turquoise color. And then if you want to, you can actually mix the colors together. And you mixing this blue with this pink, you get a real pretty purple color. So I don't intentionally mix them together, but it's just bound to happen. So when you looked at the finished photo of my card, you'll see my background, and you'll see that the flowers are either pink or this frozen ocean color, or like a combo of the two, which is like a purple color. I'm really pleased. I'm glad I did this instead of the other matte layer that I was thinking about doing. That was the one that was ink blended with Catherine Puller Inks, the Happy Flowers. So as you can see, I'm just alternating between the pink and not the pink. I'm just alternating in between the purple and the blue. And it does look more pink to me. But like I said, you can combine these two colors and get a beautiful purple color. And I'm just using a paper towel just to keep the mess down a little bit, because if I don't have to wipe it off of my glass media mat, that's one less thing I have to worry about scrubbing off of that surface. So I just use a paper towel just to keep my area tidy and to wipe off my spatula. Here's the finished card base. Yes, that's right. The Delicate Flowers that I used Eyes Ink with is actually a card base. It's on a card base. I didn't make a separate panel. I just wanted it to be the card base standalone because there's a lot of texture on there. So I'm just going to layer that colored image right on top without a mat. And I am going to use a bit of string on the side of my card. But now I'm just removing the backing from the foam tape and getting this ready for me to put it on the front of the card, which I am very pleased with how the front of the card turned out, that card base with that wonderful Eyes Ink ice that I used on it. I really do like the Eyes Ink products, and I'll have that link below in my description box. Yeah, it took me a while to get this bow. I'm not really good at tying bows, so I just decided to keep it a tiny little bow on the side. Alright, so if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. Please, everybody, click the like button, that's the thumbs up button, and leave a comment below. What do you think about my combining this stamp, which is called By Us, with the new stamp, which is called Inappropriate? You're never too old to say something inappropriate. But please don't say anything inappropriate in your comments. We want to keep it clean and we want to keep it positive. Don't forget to check out my video that I recorded last week showcasing all the new stamps from Technique Junkies. I'll have it linked below in the description box. Here's a close-up look at the image that I colored using those Castle Art colored pencils, which are very nice. I love the results. And here's a picture of the photo. This one shows you the finished card, which you can then put a happy birthday sentiment on the inside. Thanks everyone for watching, and don't forget to use my code if you do head over to the Technique Junkies website and do your shopping. And don't forget that the new release stamps are on sale through August the 8th for 15% off. Thanks so much for watching. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.